In the day's other news, the United States charged North Korea was behind a cyber attack that paralyzed hundreds of thousands of computers last May. The so-called WannaCry ransomware disabled crucial networks worldwide, including those of Britain's national health system. At the White House, Homeland Security Advisor Tom Bossert said Britain, Australia, and Canada, plus Microsoft and others, all traced the attack to North Korea.
This was a careless and reckless attack. It affected individuals, industry, governments, and the consequences were beyond economic. The computers affected badly in the UK, and their healthcare system put lives at risk, not just money.
Bossert said the Trump administration is working with tech firms to strengthen cybersecurity, but he acknowledged North Korea is already under so many sanctions, there's not much else the U.S. can do to pressure the regime. Crews in Washington state worked today to clear Amtrak cars from a major interstate highway. The confirmed death toll from Monday's derailment stood at 3, with scores more injured. Under an overcast sky, cranes and flatbed trucks hauled mangled cars away. The train was going 50 miles an hour above the speed limit when it jumped the tracks. The Associated Press is reporting that investigators are asking whether a trainee in the cab might have distracted the engineer. The wind stoking that huge fire in Southern California stayed mild for a second day. Crews used the break to do controlled burns along the fire's leading edge before stronger winds fan the flames tomorrow. So far, the fire has spread across more than 420 square miles north of Los Angeles, making it the third largest in state history. It is still only 50% contained. Rebels in Yemen fired a ballistic missile at Saudi Arabia's capital today, and the Saudis say they intercepted it. The rebels said this video showed the launch from a desert site, while amateur video from Riyadh purported to show a smoke trail from the interception. The rebel leader declared the attack was meant to carry the fight to the Saudis, who lead a coalition fighting in Yemen.
The people that the Saudis wanted to be bankrupt, even of their freedom. Now, after 1,000 days of war, their ballistic missiles are reaching the heart of the strongholds to the center of Riyadh, to the palace of their rule, the symbol of their rule.
The rebels are backed by Iran. The Saudis charged again today that Iran is smuggling the missiles into Yemen. Meanwhile, the UN Human Rights Office said today that Saudi coalition airstrikes in Yemen have killed at least 136 civilians in less than the past 2 weeks. China and Russia today rejected President Trump's depiction of them as competitors and threats in his new national security strategy. The Chinese Foreign Ministry urged the U.S. to, quote, stop deliberately distorting China's strategic intentions and abandon a Cold War mentality. The Russians complained that U.S. leaders, quote, don't want to abandon the idea of a single polar world. And on Wall Street today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 37 points to close at 24,754. The Nasdaq fell nearly 31 points, and the S&P 500 slipped 8.